Another one without a link for the office page. But I do like the name. It's relevant. So like relevant and art combined. They're fused. Yeah, it's a Crush 40 from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Always nice to hear it, the actual full song, and not just like a small snippet of it from when somebody follows me. Alright. Relevant, you wrote a long ass title, that's for sure. If you can dream it, you can do it, and in brackets, as long as your dream is of being broke. One more time. If you can dream it, you can do it, as long as your dream is of being broke. That doesn't sound very reassuring. Like, I have to be broke in my dream? Up to class, safe. Faculty procedures. Pardon me. All major American financial institutions have been advised to monitor consumer accounts for unexplained fluctuations with the stated goal of preventing software malfunction. Foundation personnel embedded within the numismatics community are to suppress knowledge of the existence of SCP-3142. Individuals claiming to have experienced incidents consisting with SCP-3142 are to be located and necessized immediately. However, due to the detailed knowledge of SCP-3142 required to induce anomalous effects, this has been deemed a low-risk threat. Access to Document 1 is to be restricted to financially stable Level 3 personnel with registered personnel checking accounts at regulated financial institutions. Monetary losses incurred during testing of SCP-3142 will be reimbursed by the Foundation. To reduce expenditure, preferential access to Document -1 is to be given to personnel with countermetic training. Wow, dream about being broke. I would hate that. I dream about a lot of different things, but I don't think being broke was one of them so far, luckily. Although the other stuff that I dreamed of that were like nightmares are not much funner. What do you want to be as an adult? I want to be broke. Can relate. Description. Okay. Description: SCP-3142. SCP-3142 is an unused design for a commemorative coin in the denomination of $I. In mathematics, I is defined as a square root of -1 and $. Now we have seen it all. Now we have gone beyond. The SCP world has now completely shifted and changed my perspective on life. A $. We have done it, guys. This is the end. This is the end. There's nothing else I can do anymore. Insert the Gravity Falls meme. Wow. This is useless. Intended for production by the United States Mint in 2001. SCP-3142's technical specification include a 38.1mm diameter and a... Sippy, please, I'm streaming, girl! Technical specification include a 38.1mm diameter and composition of 90% silver to 1% copper. Oh, okay, so I cannot make a dollar bill with a minus negative on it. I have to actually make a fucking coin. I mean, it does say coin, yeah, duh. Consistent with contemporary $1 US commemorative coins. Got my nose. Further descriptions of SCP-3142, including potential financial info hazards, is available in Document 1. SCP-3142's anomalous properties manifest when an individual constructs an accurate mental image of SCP-3142. Immediately following visualization, one of the following events will occur. Wasn't there another SCP that was like all about losing everything you own? I mean, there's two. There's two I'm thinking of. The one was like the student loan where like you paid everything off to make sure you would pay that student loan that isn't actually yours, and the other one was like if you, I believe it was like a beggar. I think it was like if you give them 1 coin, they literally break into your house and will like take some, like steal all of it, and be like, oh yeah, was it a beggar or was it a charity group? No, I think the 4-leaf clover was a charity group that you give everything to, and the beggar just stole everything from you. The net balance of one personnel checking account registered by the individual will decrease by $1 or foreign equivalent subject to current exchange rates. All records of this account, digital and otherwise, will instantaneously change to reflect the new balance. If the individual does not maintain a personal checking account currency within 10 centimeters of the individual will become altered to reflect a loss of $1. Bills and coins may be instantaneously created, destroyed, or substituted to accomplish this effect. All new or altered money appears indistinguishable from genuine instances of the original type of currency. I think my nose hair, like not my nose, my mustache. I do have some nose hair though. I need to like shave. It's like tickling my nose right now. Individuals without an active checking account of or at least $1 or equivalent within 10 centimeters will dematerialize for 11 minutes and 39 seconds, a period of time inversely proportional to the current legal minimum wage in the individual's present location. Oh shit. So it would be 7.5 pounds here. Period of time inversely proportional to the current legal minimum wage in the individual's present. In no cases has the duration of the disappearance exceeded the amount of time required to earn $1 on the US federal minimum wage. Currently 8 minutes and 17 seconds as of December 24th, 2009. Following reappearance, individuals are aware that time has elapsed but unable to remember any details of their experience during the intervals. Dad, when I grow up, I can't be broke. if that would actually be interesting if somebody ever like asked that in real life. Father, I would like to be poor. I mean, there's probably a couple like wealthy people that decide like let's live a simpler life, but they still have the money. You know what I mean? They still have the money. Unless they like really donate like a lot of money away, but like now we just want a simple house, which I don't like. Listen, with the way the world works and the way a lot of rich people are, doubtful, doubtful that it ever happened. But SB 3142. I mean, in the past maybe, but nowadays, SB 3142's anomalous effects manifest repeatedly with each new attempted visualization. No upper limit on the frequency of SB 3142's effects has been observed to date. And here we have the recovery information. SB 3142 was discovered by the Foundation on November 14th, 2001, following widespread reports of financial anomalies among US Mint employees. All affected individuals were determined to have been involved in the design or production of a commemorative coin referred to within the Mint as 01CE. Foundation employees administered amnestics to all affected employees and other witnesses. Then retrieved all descriptions and information pertaining to 01CE, later reclassified as SB 3142. Man, I haven't listened to this song in forever. I completely forgot I had this song. A planned press release for the coin is reproduced below with potential info hazards removed. Washington, on December 5th, 2001, the United States Mint will celebrate the 100th birthday with the release of American Imagination commemorative silver dollar, product code 01CE. For generations, work has captured the imaginations of Americans young and old, and we honor his memory with this coin's appropriately whimsical denomination of -$1, the basis of imaginary numbers. The observed side of the American Imagination commemorative silver dollar features a portrait of beside the iconic logo. Inscriptions include, there's two includes in here. Liberty, In God We Trust, 2001, and the reverse side features, as seen in the picture's logo, inscriptions include A Pluribus Unum, United States of America, I dollars, and if you can dream it, you can do it. Please note that this coin has no real monetary value. That's why, because it's okay. So that's why it's saying that, because if you can imagine it, you can do it, bro. You can do it, brother. As long as you're not broke. During recovery, Agent Joshua Ugunlay conducted the following interview with Miranda Gresham and others employed by the Mint who contributed to the design of SCP 3142. Gresham was one of the employees found to have been financially affected by SCP 3142. Begin log. Hello, Miss Gresham. Please take a seat. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the discrepancies in your bank account that you mentioned. Alright. Thank you. First, when did you first begin to notice that some of your money was missing? I think it was about 3 weeks ago. I remember it was just after I came up with the design for U1CE, right before I started actually sculpting it. And how did you find out about the discrepancy? I keep a pretty close eye on my money, which I guess is appropriate given what I do for a living. One day I went to the bank and I found out the balance they showed didn't match up with what I had written down in my checkbook. The difference just got bigger and bigger every time I checked, especially when I had been working a lot. Did they have any idea where the money went? None. No suspicions. No suspicious transactions or anything. I think they must be covering something up, because otherwise I don't know how all that money just disappears. Unless... Go on. No, it's a stupid idea. Just forget I even said anything. Please, I'd like to hear it. Alright, so... If I have one of these $1 coins, that's basically an imaginary dollar, right? I suppose so. And if I imagine a real dollar, that would also be like having an imaginary dollar. Okay. So if I imagine this $1 coin, and I times I is -1, does that mean silence for approximately 5 seconds? Like I said, dumb idea. Obviously it doesn't work like that. Of course not. Thank you for your time, Miss Gresham. A negative and a negative equals a positive! So she's saying like, oh, I could make myself super rich. I could exploit the system by just being... If I have 2 negative coins and they combine together... If I have 2 minuses and I combine them together to make it into a plus. You see what I'm spitting here, Agent? Please don't do that. You might actually break the economy. Yeah, no, it's still a stupid idea. I'm sorry about that. That would never work. That would. Why would that work? Why would that work? Come on now. Me? Trying to make that work? Never. Living as a broke for 1 week. I did not even read that. That sounds like a Mr. Beast video. I ask all my friends to be broke for 1 whole week. Some people are already living as that, but without the challenge. Yeah, that's true. Someone on the discussion page figured out who the coin was. Oh, okay. Let me let's see here. For some reason now the wiki is taking forever to load. That worked, okay. Well, people, you can have dreams, but don't be broke. Yeah. Basically, eh? Users, sucker, where 9 figured it out. Okay, let's see here. If it can actually load for once, it's like super slow right now. For whatever reason. Come on now. There it is. Huh? I don't... Did I miss the use? Hold on. Sakkaver. Elevate, Scorpions, Metal Wonder, Jack-Eyed, the Shrike, Scorpions, Multiple, the Shrike, Zoo, again, Shadowbot. Ah, here it is. I found out who exactly the call was intended to commemorate. According to the press release, the call was begin production on December 5th, 2001. It was intended to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of a famous figure's birth, based on the number... Actually, let me show it to you guys. Based on the number of blacked out letters in the figure's name within the press release and on me looking at a list of people born on December 5th, and specifically the year 1901, I figured out it was none other than Walt Disney. Okay. Oh. Who's that called? And here we have some figured it out spoilers. Well, turns out I've been using the wrong castle. I wrote it as a Cinderella castle, but when the modern logo takes influence for both castles, while the pre-2006 version was only based... Is it because, wasn't there a thing that Walt Disney only started with like $1? Like he started off like very poor, but then like became like the biggest franchise ever, and now this is kind of like saying like the same thing. It's like, hey, you can dream big, as long as you're not broke. You know, like even if you have $1, you should be fine. Is that what it's about? Because that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think he started off pretty pretty much like broke, and now he became like one of the biggest franchises in the world. Probably the biggest. I mean, he's not around anymore, but like Disney is one of the biggest. Like you cannot escape Disney anymore. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Like it's crazy to think about how that happened, right? Like it's just the fact that Disney was like this company that we all were like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's lovely, we love what they bring, and then now they're like yeah, we have our fingies everywhere you look. Madness, I tell ya.